Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Wednesday, January the 22nd of 2025. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, the new National Party hit with slew of resignations following Peter David's departure. Mount Rich shopkeeper Floyd Francois remanded in relation to charges alleging multiple firearm and drug offenses. Carriacou and Petit Martinique will be hosting Kayak Mass 2025, and the 2025 Independence Monarch receives a trip to Cuba. In regional news, Colombians flee to Venezuela as clashes between rebel groups escalate in cocoa-rich border region. While internationally, world leaders in Davos as President Trump's return looms over the Swiss meeting. And coming up in sports, Idler Sports Club and Saab Spartans FC victorious in Grenville Cooperative Credit Union St. Andrews Football League. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The new National Party's constituency executive for the town of St. George is vacant as all its members have resigned. Beverly Tellisford has the details.
In a letter dated January 13, addressed to General Secretary of the NNP, Mr. Roland Bola, the executive stated that they recently delivered a letter to Mr. Bola requesting clarification of delegates from the constituency for the December 15 convention. They said unfortunately they had not received an acknowledgement of their letter, which they viewed as their democratic and constituency right. The constituency executive claimed to witness, quote, the party leadership stifle members' constitutional rights to choose their own delegates. The party also prevented members the right to be nominated on the floor for some executive positions, end quote. The members viewed these practices as a fundamental breach of the Constitution, which prompted them to tender their resignation from the party with immediate effect. Vice Chairman of the executive, Fabian Bowen, told GBN the main reason for their action was, quote, the treatment handed out to Peter, the way he was maligned and called the names he were called, and how he was treated, end quote. Bowen said comments made by party leader at the time, Dr. Keith Mitchell, about Member of Parliament for the town of St. George, Peter David, not being a day one member of the party, was among many which they found offensive. Subsequently, the executive took the decision to resign. GBN contacted Mr. Bola on Wednesday. He relayed that though the letter was dated January 13, 2025, it was only hand-delivered to him this morning. He told our news desk he will, quote, respond to the letter thanking the members for their time and contribution to the NNP and would like to place on record the party's appreciation for their services, end quote. With regard to replacing the executive, Bola said, quote, we will do what we have to do as a political party and at the appropriate time we'll have an election to have a new executive put in place. Party leader Emmeline Pierce said a team of key persons for the town of St. George have already met and have decided on the approach for the organizational work going forward. She added that persons have reached out to her and other members of the team, indicating their willingness to support and assist with the organization work. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Carriacou and Petit Martinique are preparing to celebrate Kayak Mass 2025 with plans to offer the customary, unique cultural experience that will highlight the island's rich traditions. Rena Pierre-Thomas has the story.
Minister for Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs, Tevin Andrew, announced in a Facebook post Tuesday evening that Carriacou and Petit Martinique will be hosting Kayak Mass 2025. According to Anderson Mattison, Cultural Officer in the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs, this year's festivities will not have the usual competition, but one that will showcase the island's culture.
Well, there are plans to have a scaled-down version of Carnival, and that would entail no competition, but not the usual competition, the calypso, the groovy, the soca monarch, the queen shows, the bands. No competition, just a showcase of the culture of Carriacou and Petit Martinique as it relates to the Carnival celebrations. So that would include the Juve, Monet Mass, Shakespeare Mass, and a showcase. We have some shows. We have Calypso, a night of Calypso showcase where we showcase the Calypso aspect of the culture. And another night we'll have the soca and the groovy showcase where we're showcasing the soca, the more up-tempo aspect of our culture as part of the celebration for this year's Carnival.
Mattison stated that an 8-member interim committee, which he will head, is being established to oversee the activities and plan for the festival, set to take place from February 26th to March 4th. He said they will be reaching out to the corporate community to contribute to the festival.
We will send out letters to corporate sponsors to assist in the festival, because for somebody like the showcase, for example, we would like to give the artists performing and all the performers for the festival a little stipend, to ensure that it brings back something into their pocket, and it helps them, because whenever we're still in the recovery period, almost everyone in Carriacou is rebuilding. So whatever little stipend we can give them, we'll be able to assist them in probably helping them to rebuild and get their homes and their lives back to as normal or better than it was before burial. Well, the idea is people is stressed out, and there's a lot of stress happening because people are still living in tarpaulins, living in tents, and they need probably an avenue to just release some of the stress and the tension of the hand.
The cultural officer explained that as the sister isles continue to recover from the impact of Hurricane Beryl, hosting Kayak Mass is intended to bring back a sense of normalcy. While he encourages visitors to come to the island and enjoy the activities planned, he also noted the limited accommodation and other challenges.
All the guest houses are not back in full operation, so the accommodation is limited. Some of our home houses are done also. So accommodation is limited, but I think it's happening. I think the ferries are running every day, so persons from where want to come up would probably be able to use the ferry, come up in the morning or night before party and go back the next day if they're so true. But water is an issue here too on island. But for bathing, water is always there, so we're surrounded by water, and drinking water. So
Rena Thomas, GBN News.
Health Minister Philip Telesford says building a new hospital will not solve the problems and challenges that currently exist within the public health sector, especially at the island's General Hospital. In a recent interview with the Government Information Service, Telesford said it's the intention of the government to do what's right.
The improvement of healthcare service delivery, the reduction of complaints, and the tangible evidence that we are moving ahead as far as healthcare is concerned. So as much as the construction of a new hospital is important, but the improvement in the service delivery is equally important, because if we don't, we simply will be moving old problems into a new environment. Yes.
Philip said before becoming the health minister, he thought that the responsibilities and tasks were easier.
You see, to me, you have to actually work within the system to really and truly appreciate this. Yes. Before I got into the Ministry of Health, I simply thought that one could get in there and within a couple of weeks make some changes. But it does not and cannot happen like that within the Ministry of Health. It simply cannot work that way. All right? Now, the system The bureaucratic system cannot work and does not work and has never worked for healthcare delivery in Grenada.
A Good Samaritan stepped forward to assist a family in need. Rosalind Charles is seeking your support for a 14-year-old male currently in Guyana undergoing treatment for a cancerous tumor in his jaw. This story from Chrislena John.
There is a saying, each one needs one, especially in times of need. And that's what Miss Rosalind Charles is doing as she seeks to provide financial assistance to a 14-year-old student of the Boca Secondary School. The 14-year-old male is currently undergoing treatment for primary ulcerated invasive, moderately differentiated squamous cell carcinoma, a possible cancerous tumor in his jaw that can spread to his throat and brain. Charles will host a fundraiser this Friday to assist the young lad who is presently in Guyana receiving treatment. Ms. Charles told GBN the cost is quite significant and the student's mother cannot do it by herself.
We're doing this fundraising, this luncheon barbecue on Friday, the 24th, at the Rose Garden for Ishad Bartholomew. And this kid touches my heart when I saw this story, and his mom and I are very close. His mom and I actually did charity work in 2008, 9, and 10, together with the Grenada Bikers Association, where we was going around the country and giving children toys and other stuff. So I know Audrey very well, so I decided, okay, I have to do something to help this child when I saw the situation. My goal is $5,000. If I could get more, I'll be happy, but I put a goal at $5,000 because right now the kid is in Guyana and he's getting medical care where he's doing chemotherapy and so on. So it's very expensive. So I'm trying my best to reach out to her and help her whatever way we can.
Ms. Charles, through her foundation, has been helping the less fortunate for a long time, and she is calling on members of the public to join in this venture.
So I'm asking everyone throughout Grenada to come out on Friday and let's help this kid. It starts at 1, and we're going to continue on all evening. If the luncheon is finished, we're going to have barbecue. We're going to have something going. We're going to have some kind of food going on. So come out and please, please, please support. We are located on the Paradise Main Road, close to Progress Park in St. Andrews. My phone number is 449-6574, and you're asking for Miss Rose.
To further explain, primary ulcerated invasive moderately differentiated squamous cell carcinoma refers to a cancerous tumor originating from the skin, specifically a type called squamous cell carcinoma, which has begun to invade surrounding tissues, is characterized by an open sore or ulcer, and is classified as moderately differentiated, meaning the cancer cells appear somewhat abnormal under a microscope, indicating a moderate level of aggressiveness compared to well-differentiated or poorly differentiated tumors. Primary signifies that it is the original cancer site and not a metastasis from another location. Chrislena John, GBN News.
This is news at 7. Coming up, proposed legislative changes seek to repeal several sections and amend several clauses in the National Water and Sewage Authority Act. Stay with us for the details.
At Ariza, we find ways to celebrate you. Little wins or bigger ones. Working hard and staying on track. Meet your need while saving for your dreams with our Chairs to You loan. Get up to $50,000, repayable in up to 10 years, and benefit from a lump sum saving when the loan is repaid. Live those dreams. Follow those steps. Take that leap of faith or invest in yourself. Make a toast. Lift a glass. Cheers to you. Join today and apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom. Your future.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Unlocking opportunities, Excel leads the way in digital advancement every single day. Fair internet access for all to share. Transparent billing with consumer care. Excel 3EC bill safeguarding our rights. Net neutrality, consumer protection shining bright. Mobile number portability available to you. Switch providers seamlessly. Keep the number true. Excel 3EC bill promoting fair play in the digital world. Every single day, affordable services are important for all. Through the EC bill, there'll be progress overall. Excel and the NTRCs connecting our communities.
Excel and the NTRCs digitally transforming our space together.
Classic Lighting Caribbean presents Everything Solar and LED, a classic trade show, January 31st to February 2nd, Grenada Trade Center, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Come experience solar energy at its best through our range of solar-powered products, including solar multicolored floodlights, solar vision floodlights, all-in-one street lights, 3,000 watts portable hybrid generators, solar portable power packs, 48-volt batteries, and 6.3 kilowatt inverters, and more. And introducing our newest solar air condition units. Lower your energy cost with our range of solar products. Be part of Everything Solar and LED Trade Show, January 31st to February 2nd, Grenada Trade Center, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Classic Lighting Caribbean, lighting up our lives.
Grenadians, the National Celebrations Committee invites you to celebrate the next 50, embracing a future of development, transformation, and unity as we ready ourselves to mark the Grenada's 51st anniversary of independence. On February 7th, 2025, activities include the Independence Monarch Competition semifinals, January 25th at Lassages Playing Field, with the final carded for Saturday, February 1st at the Sutters Bus Terminal. National Church Service, February 2nd, 3 p.m., Crossview RC Church. February 6th, National Colors Day, Interministerial Competition and Independence Cultural Extravaganza from 7 p.m. at the Grenfell Bus Terminal. And on Friday, 7th, it's the grand finale at the Curani James Athletic Stadium, the Independence Day Rally, Military Parade, and Made in Grenada Expo. Let's all celebrate in true Grenadian unity, the anniversary of our 51st independence.
Grenada is such a beautiful country.
Grenada, the first major bingo event of 2025, is happening on Sunday, February 2nd. Get ready as Megaforce Promotions presents the massive Appreciation Mega Bingo. Everyone's going to be heading to Monroe Playing Field from 5 p.m. for this one, because you can win up to $50,000 in cash. And hear this, the first 1,000 people to enter gets a complimentary drink. And that's not the best part. Tickets are only $40. Buy one and get one free.
That's serious?
Yes, Sunday, February 2nd, Megaforce is doing it big again with the massive Appreciation Mega Bingo.
Testing. All the good every from front. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Make this Christmas happen for everyone this year with Republic Bank. The finest loans we have to spread the Christmas cheer. With Republic Bank, we can make your dreams come true. Like magic, it will appear. With Republic Bank, make this Christmas happen. With Republic Bank this year. Merry Christmas.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Whoa! Did you hear that? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto jackpot is $214,000. Play Lotto today for chances at winning big. Lotto. Play and win a lot of money.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. A bill seeking to repeal several sections and amend several clauses in the National Water and Sewage Authority Act will be one of three bills set to go through all three stages for approval in the lower house when it meets on January the 28th, next Tuesday. We get more in this report.
The National Water and Sewage Authority Amendment Bill 2025 is seeking to amend the National Water, Sewage and Authority Act Chapter 208 and contains 20 clauses. Among the clauses that will be repealed are Clause 14, which states that the authority may, if the board is satisfied that it is in the public interest to do so, purchase by private treaty land or other property for any purpose connected with the discharge of its duties. In particular, land or other property may be purchased for the protection, conservation, treatment, improvement, installation, or use of water and sewage facilities. The section also states that at the request of the board, the minister may promote legislation for the compulsory acquisition by the authority of private property reasonably required for the purposes of waterworks and sewage works, and any acquisition of property under this provision shall be deemed to be an acquisition for public purposes. Other sections that will be repealed include 36, 37, 38 and 39, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48 and 49. These sections provides guidelines on plumbing practices and penalties for violating these guidelines. At the same time, the government will be introducing the Water Resources Management and Regulation Bill 2025. This bill seeks to provide an institutional framework for the sustainable management, conservation, controlled allocation, development, use, and regulation of the water resources in the state of Grenada by establishing the National Water Resources Management Unit to manage the water resources of the state. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Some members of the private sector and non-governmental organizations spent the last 3 days learning about how their business can continue operating in the event of an emergency. Wednesday saw the conclusion of the 3-day exercise hosted by the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce in collaboration with the National Disaster Management Agency. Christina John reports.
It was a train-the-trainer session held at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort. Jason Lyons, one of the facilitators, explained what the Business Continuity Program is about and why it is important for businesses to understand the potential threats they are likely to face and the importance of developing a business continuity plan.
So the idea of this program is to help businesses understand the threats they face and understand the need for developing a plan around combating those threats or being resilient against those threats. Well, firstly, they need to look at what happens in their locale, right? What the hazards they face. And understanding those hazards will help them to identify what they need to do, the next steps they need to be resilient. Because one thing we hate is to be in downtime, whether it be a business or your home, anything like that, we want to be in downtime. We want to avoid being in downtime. So by understanding it, addressing it ahead of time, being prepared ahead of time, you can now reduce the time it takes for you to recover or get back to some normalcy. And that's what the idea behind this business continuity planning is about.
Lyons highlighted what the plan should entail, emphasizing that it should be shared with internal and external stakeholders.
Yeah, that plan should encompass a few things. Firstly, it should encompass the threats, as I mentioned. Look at the threats and prioritize those threats. So they look at whether it be a natural or human-induced, whatever threat it is, and capture them. Then they should prioritize those. Look at the ones that are most likely, the most probable ones, and look at the ones that are high impact, right? So high impact, high frequency, that's the ones they should prioritize first. We want them to also look at all of the others that are not so high impact, high intensity, high frequency, and think, which ones do I prioritize in these first five or whatever it is. And then once they've identified those, start addressing those. What do we need to do to make sure that our business is resilient? What do we need to do to make sure that should one of those impacts or those hazards impact us, we have a system in place, we have resources, people, partners we can rely on in place so that we can continue operating or get back to operating as soon as possible.
The facilitator explained further how business continuity plans are executed.
And you hit on the right thing, because one of the things, you can have a plan all day, you can build a plan and so on, but if you don't practice that plan, it's garbage, right? And so we also, in this workshop, this training, showed them the different types of ways they could practice their planning by doing tabletop exercises or drills or functional exercises or full-scale exercises. So we went through all of that with them, understanding, hey, these are tools you can use, tools you have in your toolbox to practice the things that you put into your plan with your internal people as well as your partners, ensuring that everybody knows what's in container and everybody knows how to execute the plan should that time come.
Ruth Jacob Roberts, NADMA's representative at the workshop, underscored the importance of planning ahead.
So we really love is that we have some businesses that are sole proprietors, and that was key, because the mindset is that when we talk about business continuity, we're only talking about large-scale entities. But we've learned from many of the incidents that have passed that some of the smaller entities are most significantly affected because they do not have sometimes the resources to get themselves back up and running. But this exercise have taught us that once we put certain plans in place, we know exactly what we will need to get a business back up and running. We can plan beforehand, and I think that's a good thing.
The workshop brought together representatives from the private sector, non-governmental organizations, among others. Christina John, GBN News.
Youth from across Grenada were part of a thought-provoking forum hosted by the diocesan clergy of the province of Castries today. You'll hear more about the event in this report from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
The diocese clergy of the province of Cartridge hosted its youth forum on Wednesday at the Trade Center Annex under the theme, The Purpose of Life. The event attracted youth representatives from various schools on island and is part of the 41st Annual Conference of Diocesan Clergy of the province of Cartridge taking place in Grenada this week. Father Orlando Williams, president of the Association of Diocesan Clergy of the province of Cartridge, explains that the forum is used to get insight from youths on declining numbers in church, among other issues. He also spoke of the purpose of the theme chosen this year.
Picking that topic today is the purpose of life, because the purpose of life and the meaning of life is what drives us as a people. And within all of that, we hope that the vocations promotion would happen. We would see their relevance in terms of that they are needed by the church and so forth. So later on in the next session that we'll have many of the young religious and priests and deacons talking about their own vocation stories, how they found God's call and what they are doing at the current moment in answering that call that God has placed in their lives. And hopefully that would inspire young people to see that they too can be called.
Some of the students who attended the event shared their thoughts on the day's activities.
Okay, so today's experience was nice. It was insightful. We learned a lot of new stuff. We learned about what purpose do the youth in society have in life.
Thoughts of this morning was very splendid as a youth. I think that this morning was great. Firstly, we started off with singing, and I enjoyed the singing. It was very spirit-filled. And I thought that this session was a good session for the youth, and especially for the Catholic schools of Grenada.
I thought that this morning was a very informative and interactive session today. Being able to socialize with other students I not met was very good, to be able to talk to people, get insights about different things going on in church, how to be able to cope with challenges. That's all about church. One of the challenges is youth ministry, actually, because where I'm from in the cathedral, we had a youth ministry and it stopped, and that's a way that's how a lot of youth stopped coming to church. So that was a good way to get back on track with the youth ministry, to get more youth coming to church.
The province of Carteret comprised Antigua and St. Kitts and Nevis, Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and Grenada. This year's conference conveyed under the theme Transforming the Caribbean Church Through Synodality. The conference will conclude on Friday with a visit to Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
And still to come, the 2025 Independence Monarch receives a trip to Cuba. That story when we return.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting, and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Get so much more with Courts Ready Finance. Whether it's a furniture upgrade or appliance replacement, it's easy when you shop using Courts Ready Finance. Get more flexibility by choosing your payment terms, more affordability with low monthly payments, and more access with fast and easy application. Plus, there's no down payment and you make your first payment in 30 days. Get great deals and gifts with select purchase. Get so much more with Courts Ready Finance. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot-type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up. Several
several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
And so it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
The race is on as artistes vie for a place in the final 9. The order of appearance was established today as artistes pull their numbers from positions 1 to 20. More in this Christina John report.
With Finley Jeffrey not defending his crown, who will claim the Independence Monarch title? Time alone will tell as the competition heads into the semi-final stage this weekend. This year's Independence Monarch will be rewarded with a trip to Cuba. The announcement was made today by Ms. Jacqueline Alexis, chairperson of the Celebrations Committee, as artists deep.
I'd also like to announce that the winning candidate, the selected monarch, will be given a trip to Cuba, all expenses paid, to participate in the competition for the competition in Cuba, the independence competition in Cuba, and a nice prize for the winning monarch. And they will be off the celebrations on the 11th. So once the independence competition is completed and we have our winner, they will be packing their bags and getting ready to fly off to Cuba.
Artists are gearing up for the semi-final round of the Independence Monarch competition, which takes place this Saturday at the Lastergest playing field in St. David. From the field of 20 semi-finalists, only 9 will make it into the final. Top Cat opens the show on Saturday, singing in position number 1, while Teacher Eddie will close the show, singing in position number 20.
All right, so position number 1, Top Cat. Position number 2, Hits. Position number 3, Area Code. Position number 4, Rootsman Kelly. Position number 5, Supreme. Position number 6, Mr. Legs. 7, Superstar. 6, Mr. Legs. 7, Superstar. 8, Razor. 9, Cox. 10, Prince. 11, Sour Serpent. 12, Quaco and Cheryl V. 13, Rankin Marvin. 14, Papa Jerry. 15, Lady Cheryl. 16, Grenada Michael Jackson. 17, Royalty. 18, Big J. 19, Sour Serpent.
That was Chief Cultural Officer Mr. Kelvin Jacob. The show begins at 7 p.m. However, artists are required to be there at least 1 hour before the competition starts.
Competition starts at 7, sorry, correction. Competition starts at 7, and we are asking all artists to be there at least by 6 o'clock. The reason why we would like artists to be there at 6 is because there's sometimes you have correction of names, correction of songs, right pronunciation. We need to ensure that all of these things are correct. As for the emceeing part of it and for the judges, it's very important to have your song name correctly pronounced. So we would like to ensure that artists show up there and let us ensure that we have that properly done. Also for the band, for the musical aspect of things, we also would like them to ensure that the band has the scores properly in order, ensure that nothing is missing with the scores and stuff like that. And also for they themselves to prepare for the competition. Your vocals need to be prepared and etc. We also like to inform artists that we are not going to be allowing props. This is a no prop show. However, if you are going to be using personal props, you could use personal props. And personal props meaning things like flags. If you want to come on the stage with a coconut, a nutmeg, or a banana, you can come on stage with that. But personal props would be allowed. The individual props where you're talking about bringing on house and etc., dancers would not be allowed, and that is in keeping with the space that we are using. And that is only at this stage. However, going forward at the final stage, you would be allowed to come in with props, etc.
Additional requirements were also explained by Mr. Sylvan Chan.
As Grenada reels from a record-breaking year of gun-related crimes in 2024, the Royal Grenada Police Force continues to tackle firearm offences head-on. In the latest incident, 35-year-old Floyd Francois, a shopkeeper from Mount Rich, St. Patrick, has been charged with multiple firearm and drug offences. Francois was apprehended on Saturday, January the 18th, 2025, during a police operation that uncovered a .22 Remington rifle, 33 rounds of ammunition, 659 grams of cannabis, and 49 grams of cocaine at his residence. He now faces charges of possession of a firearm, ammunition, cannabis, and cocaine. Additionally, the 35-year-old has been charged with possession of a firearm and assault with a dangerous instrument following an incident in Mount Rich on December 31st, 2024. He appeared before Magistrate Keena Marast Victor at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Monday and was remanded in custody until January 27th. His case is being transferred to the Saterres Magistrates Court within the jurisdiction where the offences allegedly occurred. Francois has retained attorney Jerry Edwin, who stated that his client plans to plead guilty to the charges to expedite the resolution of the case. This is the RGPF's fourth gun-related arrest since the start of the new year. It highlights ongoing efforts to address firearm-related crimes, which surged to unprecedented levels in 2024. Stay with us. Sports is up next.
Oh, it happens to all of us. low on cash, and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday, and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep, including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.